Hello everybody, this is Alex with Team Trinity Drive bringing you a deck profile for Oracle Think Tank, the Goddess of the Full Moon Tsukuyomi. Our starter is, of course, Godhawk Ichibiyoshi, standard for this deck, part of the ride chain. Really shouldn't make it without this. Our trigger lineup, you've got 4 heal triggers, 6 critical triggers, and then 6 draw triggers. I really like this lineup of triggers for this deck. Draws are very, very important in this deck. Crits are also important, especially Psychic Bird, which lets you put it into the soul to draw an additional card. Our grade 1 lineup, we have 4 Goddess of the Crescent Moon Tsukuyomi, part of the ride chain, pretty much an auto-include. We have 4 Battle Sister Chocolat, the perfect guard for this deck. This deck draws a lot. You'll see these often. Very, very good. Very standard. I run 3 Dark Cat. Very good new card that we have since the starter deck came out. Comes into play. You and your opponent may both draw a card. It's very good. Lets you dig through your deck faster. You don't have to draw a card if you don't want to. It does give your opponent a +1, but most of the time you'll be receiving the same, and drawing is very important in this deck. I run 2 Oracle Guardian Gemini, 8K vanilla, very standard. One of the best boosters, especially you put it behind Souffle, makes 20,000. Incredibly powerful. 2 Weather Girl Milk. She is 90% of the time a 10K booster behind your Vanguard. Very, very good, very excellent in this deck. You always have a lot of cards in hand, so she will be on more times than you can count. And then I actually run 2 White Hair of Inaba in this deck. I really, really like this card. Come out of set 5. It gives this deck a lot of options. It's another card other than Psychic Bird to get that 6th card in your soul, or writing another copy of Tsukuyomi. And it also allows you to put Tsukuyomi grade 1 or Tsukuyomi grade 2 in your soul to fix your ride chain, just in case you don't happen to get it. I've tested around with this. I think 2 is the correct number, but I really like this card in this deck. Now we can move on to our grade 2s. I run 4 Goddess of the Half Moon Tsukuyomi, part of the ride chain, very good Soul Charge 2. 3 Silent Toms. This card is so fantastic. It should be run in every Oracle deck. I can't state that more. They can't guard with grade 0s. This provides so much late game push and advantage, especially with triggers, that you'll often win in a turn or 2 just if you get 1 trigger on these guys. Then I run 3 Battle Sister Mocha. Very good. She's an 11K attacker almost every time. I really enjoy her. You get her down on the 2nd, 3rd turn and just bring a lot of aggression. Grade 3 lineup is 4 Grade 3 Goddess of the Full Moon Tsukuyomi. Very, very good. Some people choose 3. I'm running 4 right now. I like the consistency that it gives, especially if you have to write a 2nd one to get 6 cards in soul. And I run 2 Battle Sister Souffle. I only run 6 grade 3s. I find this deck draws enough. Once you hit 1, you really often don't need any more with all of your amazing grade 2s. These are very good backup rear guards, especially with Oracle Guardian Gemini. They'll hit 20 and they can get over most 10K defenders very well. I really enjoy this deck. It's very, very much a late game deck. You'll probably take some early damage, and once you get to your grade 3, you get late game, you have so many cards in hand, you can constantly, choose your guards and choose when to take damage. Especially if you draw enough and you get down to the cards that you put on the bottom with the Tsukuyomi effects, you will often find that you can call your triggers, and just it very much relies on getting that final push in the late game by surviving with so many cards in hand. It draws a lot. There's so many +1s, +2s in this deck that I find that I've really been having a lot of fun running it, and it's more consistent than a lot of people give it. I haven't had that many problems with it. I've only miswrote a few times, and then even then you can fix it with all of the all of the different effects that this deck has to offer. If you have any questions, leave comments, subscribe, rate. We'll be trying to put up more deck profiles and maybe some feature matches soon as we get things going. So thank you guys. Have a great time.